All right, everyone. This is the watch list video for Tuesday, September 27th. The SPY, small gap down, looked like it attempted a rally, but then back near lows. I said this week was going to be interesting because I really want to see what happens that we're basically testing these June lows, right? It's just kind of an interesting week. I do believe there's a Jewish holiday going on, which might, it just felt really dead today, right? I tweeted a couple hours in, I can't wait for the market to open or something along those lines because it just felt really dead. And then I ended up leaving kind of early afternoon because I was trying to help some people get set up for this hurricane, right? I had to go help a couple different people kind of just get hunkered down, if you will, right? And we're doing some hunkering down here as well. So with that said, I didn't trade very much today. LVTX, I got to share this. I got to go to pre-market. So time templates, 24 hour. I just wanted to give Keith F kind of a shout out because this one popped. I was actually bidding on this pullback, but I was below 4, so I didn't get close. But then Keith noticed that it was kind of flagging here below the half with the earlier high right at the hole number 6. So he gave a pre-market idea through 550 and pretty quickly, right? Within maybe 10 minutes, 12 minutes through 6. That's a neat little trade and a nice post. And let me get the pre-market offer there now. Just wanted to give a shout out for that because I thought, I put a mental note that, hey, talk about that because that was kind of a cool call, right? And maybe worth proving that it's worth sometimes showing up to see what's going on in the chat room in pre-market. All right, anyway, so what are we watching for tomorrow? Just keep in mind, it feels pretty dead out there. PPSI is traditionally, hey, there's a hurricane coming, maybe a generator play. I don't even know if they make generators, but you see they have power solutions, so they probably make generators. But an interesting chart. So we're going to keep an eye on that one for tomorrow. ATHX is obscure, but if you look at it, Friday's candle, 116 to 210, that's actually a good percentage move. And then today, kind of a quiet inside day. So I am going to watch that for a third day play, but you don't look at that daily chart and say, wow, that's a pretty chart. But I'm going to watch it. AMPX still seems to be holding up pretty well in a week tape. So I want to keep my eyes on that one. PLSE had a gap up today. Look at this on 5-minute candles. So it had the gap up, and then when it got about probably down to here, I said, oh, well, I'm just going to put something else in place of that. Took it off a chart, and then it ended up kind of giving the old cup and handle and breaking out. And had a really nice late day move, but gave a lot of it back. So anyway, I'm going to throw it on a chart for tomorrow. LVTX, I kind of already mentioned this one. I'm going to watch this even though, I look at this chart and say it's kind of bag holder city, right? Because the gap up and then most people from today are underwater. But they did have a nice headline this morning, so I'm going to watch it for maybe a strong day tomorrow. We'll see. BEAT, great relative strength. We're going to watch that one. SHPH, big volume today. And if I go to 5-minute candles, had a really nice push, and then looked like it was going to roll over a nice secondary push. So there's a lot of traders watching this one. Closing well off its highs, though, but maybe it's trying to bottom here, and that was pretty good volume today. So that one goes on a chart. IMPX, big intraday move. It went from a low of 805 to a high of 1071 before settling in about the middle of its range. Going to put it on a chart. BIAF, I'm just putting this right back on bounce watch. I don't know if this thing's ever going to bounce, but if it does and it gives an A+ setup, I'm going to try to get a trade in it. RRC, we got that other red candle basically sitting at the late June and early July lows, so potential bounce there. Obviously only with the proper setup. WIX just goes back on bounce watch again. Had earnings back here. Has been rolling over ever since, kind of coming into the 20-day there. Maybe we get a bounce tomorrow. And then BCAN, I'm just putting back on bounce watch. Okay, so I'm not in love with this list. I'm not in love with the trading environment right now. But if you're sitting in front of your screens, as you all know, trades can come from anywhere. So maybe one of these gives an A+ setup. Maybe we get a news play. Maybe we get a nice morning gapper. So for me, it's worth showing up. But do not overtrade this environment right now. All right. Anyway, I'm done battling. See you guys in the chat room.